get started, Finn's beginning to get restless. I'd like to thank you all for being here today as we celebrate the marriage of Galen and Alex, especially those of you who had to schlep all the way here from Virginia. My name is Admiral Dan Schaub, and today I have the distinct privilege of being your officiant. I met Galen in Maine when we worked together as summer camp counselors. Within days of meeting Galen, she gave me what is still the best compliment I've ever received. We were going around a circle of about 100 staff, saying our names, something about ourselves, and an item that we would like to have if we were on a deserted island. My item was a pocket knife. I'm reasonably handy. Galen's item was Dan Schaub. I assume on account of my campfire starting to build. My answer still hasn't changed, although I'm sure hers has. I would imagine nowadays she would say Finn. That's okay though, I'm not sour. I'm still honored to be here today. It's been so heartwarming to watch Galen and Alex build a life together. After being able to experience the love and support that their friends and family have for them brings joy to my heart. In order to bring some of that joy and love into the ceremony today, we have a reading by Galen's brother Q.
Cool. So, Galen and Alex asked me to read this quote from Stranger in a Strange Land. Grok means to understand so thoroughly that the observer becomes part of the observed. To merge, to blend, to intermarry, and to lose identity in a group experience. It means almost everything that we mean by religion, philosophy, and science, and it means as little to us as does color to a blind man. I love this idea. And I think that in marriage, a deep understanding is a good goal, but it's a never-ending one. So, Alex, please know that we cooks can be shapeshifters. We have reinvented ourselves many times, and we will continue to do so. We are constantly discovering and uncovering ourselves. And that means that the Galen that you're marrying will not be the Galen that you were married to in a day, or a week, or a year. But knowing Galen, it will be worth the ride to stick around. But as I was thinking about the quote, something did not sit right with me. Because as important as it is to have a deep understanding, I think the most striking thing about your relationship is how you actually amplify and improve each other. Galen is more Galen, and Alex is more Alex because you have each other. You two give each other the love, support, and understanding and space that you need to be the best versions of yourself. So I'll leave you some brotherly advice because I have weeks of marriage experience. Family is made, not just here at a wedding, but by choices that you make every day. And I'm so happy that over the last few years, as we have lived and worked together, you and I have become closer as family than we've ever been. And you and Alex have built an amazing family of blood bonds and Burning Man friends, of campmates and classmates and workmates. And so you treasure those people and keep them close, because at their core, they will support you and Alex forever.
In a stroke of pure serendipity and machine learning algorithms, Galen and Alex were matched on Tinder. After having exchanged approximately 300 kissy face emojis and 27 dog memes, the two decided that they should meet in person to make fun of Alex's coworkers. With what is statistically considered decent luck, one good Tinder date out of 367 was pretty encouraging to Alex. Galen, on the other hand, was determined that Alex would be the first and last guy that she met on Tinder. From Bay Area bars full of tech dweebs, the two branched out into other dating adventures, such as Alex almost getting dashed on the rocks in Point Reyes, sleeping in mouse-infested cabins in the Sierras. Through all their adventures, their bond grew stronger, and they discovered that they made a great team. Things were going pretty well until one night at Burning Man, sitting against the trash fence, they realized that they were paying approximately 7% more taxes than they wanted to. The conversation went a little something like this.
Wait, that's not true.
doesn't grow on trees, Alex. The conversation went something like this. Wow, life is crazy, huh? Yeah, I know, right? Do you think we're through the crazy part yet? Nope. We should probably get married so that we'll always have each other to get through the crazy stuff together. Yep. The next morning, Galen and Alex showed up at bubble camp to announce that they were engaged. We were all overjoyed to hear the news. We were also thankful that they decided to wait and not break the news at 3:30 a.m. like they had originally wanted to. Immediately upon returning home, Galen and Alex told John and Nancy that they were going to get married, to which the Spindells replied, "Of course you are." Maggie, on the other hand, Alex's sister, immediately burst into tears. After Burning Man, things returned to normal. Domestic life was comfortable and pleasant for Galen and Alex, but there was something missing. There was a dog-shaped void in their relationship. After deciding that the most appropriate breed for their lifestyle would be a pit bull Pomeranian mix, Galen and Alex visited the animal shelter. Immediately upon entering the room, Alex noticed that one special puppy in the corner wouldn't stop staring at him. Alex knew this was the one. After agreeing with Galen and completing the paperwork to start the lengthy adoption process, Alex asked Galen if she wanted to go get lunch, to which Galen responded, "I'm not leaving here without that puppy." And the rest was history. Having found their missing piece, the only thing left to do was to actually get married, an event that occurred 1 year after their engagement next to their beloved trash fence at Burning Man. Benefiting from an epic case of right place, right time, I was asked to impromptu officiate Galen and Alex's wedding. In a beautiful sunset ceremony on the deep playa, vows were exchanged and promises were made. Promises that today we will witness and set in stone. Galen?
I have some pretty amazing role models when it comes to love and partnership. I recognize how lucky that is, but to be honest, it's given me a lot of anxiety in the past. I knew it was possible. I could see it right in front of me. But how did I get there? How did I make sure that I didn't screw up? And then I met you. And for the first time, I didn't get all in my head about the pressure because from the very beginning, we were partners. We fell in love as partners. I'd be surprised if you remember this story, but I have a distinct memory of when I realized what having you as my partner meant. We were planning a barbecue for some friends, and we're shopping for various things that we needed. For really no reason, I got overwhelmed. You asked what was wrong, and I told you that I was anxious, and then I bristled in preparation for you to ask why. But that's not what you asked. Instead, you asked, "Do you know why?" And I didn't, and I knew that that was frustrating. But instead of forcing me to figure out what was wrong, you kissed my forehead, held my hand, and said, "That's okay. You're allowed. I'm right here." I'm a chameleon. Having my people interact has always made me very anxious because I didn't know how to be the right person for all of them at the same time. Telling you I was anxious felt like a risk for me because I knew I wasn't being the right person for you in that moment. But instead, you gave me space to be me. With you, I can be hyper, I can be anxious, I can be playful, I can be hangry. I can be focused, I can be flat. I can be with you. And I want to be with you all the time because there's no way around it. You are my favorite human. You are patient beyond belief with me and those you love. You are fiercely loyal. You lose things the second you put them down. You put me first. You are excitable. You are so damn fun. You seek adventure. You are entirely too cheery in the morning. You are an amazing dog dad. You make it incredibly easy to communicate about really hard things. You have the best butt. You love bringing people together. You are my partner, you are my lover, and you are my best friend. You are the only... want to work through the crazy with. And I really only have one vow. Alexander, I promise to work every day to earn and to deserve your love. No kissing, just hugging. I asked for that. Requested that.
Galen, before I get into our vows and long-winded pronouncements, I want to tell you that you are exactly what I wanted. I've always believed that love and finding a partner was about sacrificing of something that I was looking for and learning to bridge the difference through hard work and sacrifice. While I don't deny there'll be a lot of give and take in the years to come, you're exactly what I wanted before. I never ever thought that someone would come along that was such a puzzle piece fit. After our first trip to Point Reyes, where I almost died, I knew you were very special. And when you visited me in Virginia after only a few months of dating, I knew in my heart, maybe not in my head, that I was lost on the page. There was no leap of faith, no taking the plunge. You fit so well that you became my home in those few months, and I've never thought twice about it since. I had seen what great love could look like, but never felt or understood it until I met you. So while we continue to add promises to each other as we embark together, I'd like to start with these. I promise to always feed you macaroni and cheese with extra cheddar powder whenever you are feeling down. I promise to always attempt to solve my technology problems before asking you for help. I promise to share in the bad tasks with our dogs and children, not spoil or bribe them so that there's a chance that they will love us equally. I promise to fill our lives with as many dogs as physically and spatially reasonable. I promise that no matter how dark and weird things get, and that no matter how many times I get pinned between a sonic tuttle and a hip-hop badger, we will always pull each other out. I promise to support you in your work. I promise to share in your joy. I promise to be vulnerable and let you take care of me when I am off, and to provide a safe space for you to feel down, and when you're down or flat, allow you to be flat. I promise to merge our burrow wants and needs in deliberate ways and build a home that represents us. I promise to never stop adventuring together, get set in our ways, or let our edge dull. And I promise to work every day to tend and build our relationship, to fight for you, to care and love you in times of happiness and in times of extended macaroni and cheese.
It's not the real one yet.
Now, without further ado, Christian, would you please release the exceedingly cute and lovable ring bearer?
Finn, come!
Yeah!
Yes! Yes!
Oh, boy.
Come all the way. Yeah.
Yo, where have you been?
I hope it's you.
You want to go down?
Can't go under right now. He's busy.
So he goes to you.
I love you.
Hey, Finny. Hey, Finn. Sit. These rings are a symbol of your commitment to one another. An everlasting bond, a physical token representing the promises that you make today. But more importantly, may these rings always remind you of the love and the unity that you feel for one another right now, this very moment. Now let's see if I can do this without crying. Galen, do you take Alex to be your lawfully wedded husband, to have and to hold, in sickness and in health, through all the years and through all that life might bring you?
I do.
Alex, do you take Galen to be your lawfully wedded wife? Go for it.
Now let's return.
You ready?
We're really good at this.
Alex, do you take Galen to be your lawfully wedded wife, to have and to hold, in sickness and in health, to respect and cherish, through all your years and through all that life might bring you?
Nailed it. Nailed it. It's on. You good?
All right. Ready?
Let's do it.
Now, by the power vested in me, by the state of California, and the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster, I now pronounce you man and wife. You may now kiss.
Oh, they're all going that way.
May this union last as long as it takes to put the pieces of this glass back together.
Hold my hand. Hold my hand.
Dad.
Go. No!
Don't forget your son. They died.
Like glass.
Very good.